up, YouTube? It's Mike from Mass here, Mass Aquariums, and this video is for beginners and, avid aquarium fish keepers alike. I just wanted to talk a little bit about dosing your tank and what's a good way, or the way I keep track so that I don't overdose or underdose, or, when you have multiple tanks, you can easily lose track of what's going on with all your tanks. Now, I have 3 tanks. My kids' tank upstairs, a 10-gallon planted tank. It's very easy, low maintenance, low tech tank. It does have LED lights, but it's really easy to take care of. But I have my 75, and I have a 30, and I'm about to get up pretty soon a 50 tall African cichlid tank, which I can't wait for. I'm very, very excited. I'm actually pulling a Rick on this one. My wife has 2 mother's rings, and I'm about to get her the 3rd for a 10-month-old daughter, and I'm going to give it to her on her birthday coming up soon, and I'm hoping when I give it to her I can say, surprise, look what I found, and hopefully she won't give me any grief about it. But anyway, I dose a lot of stuff in my tanks, and I do water changes at different times in my tanks, so I like to try to keep track of the things I dose and when I dose them. And so I'm going to show you how I do it, and I think it's a good way to keep track of everything. It's very easy, very inexpensive. I dose a lot of things. I dose Stress Coat when I do my water changes. I dose Flourish Excel, liquid carbon. I dose Vogel, Immune Booster. I dose Flourish Iron. I dose API Leaf Zone. When I think there's a problem, or I'm adding a new fish that I think there might be a problem, I dose API Melafix. I also dose Root Tabs. And I do a lot of maintenance on my fish tanks, and it can be a little bit of a pain, or I like to say a labor of love on how you're keeping track of all this. Now, if you're a Rain Man and you can keep track of it all in your head, when you dose this, when you dose that, more power to you. But I just want to show you how I keep track of everything, and I think it's a good way for, like I said, the beginners, or if you don't do this, maybe a good way for you to keep track of what you're doing. So let me show you here. That was my 30. Everybody's doing great. I have a very inexpensive whiteboard, and it's color-coded for my 2 tanks. I have red is my 30 and green is my 75. And as you can see on the left, we'll start from the left, I do a filter, which is my filter cleaning. WC is water change. SC is a stress coat. FERT is obviously fertilizers. V is Vogel. RT is root tabs. And I do my water parameters here. You got pH, ammonia, nitrite, nitrate, and then I usually give it a grade, which is a little overkill, but it's kind of check plus is where it was last time. A check maybe low or high, and a minus means I got to do something drastic, but I've never had a minus. And I have my iron down here because I recently just started dosing iron. Now, this is very inexpensive. Staples, I think it was like $9 or $10. It came with all the markers that you need, and you can do it on a pad of paper, or like I said, if you're Mr. Rain Man and you got it all in your head, you got all the numbers, then you're good. But this is a easy way to keep track of when you did everything and when you might need to do it again. I just cleaned my canister filter in the 75, which is in green, so it was 611 yesterday. Did my water change, my stress coat. I did fertilizers the day before. I always dose Vogel after a water change, and I dosed root tabs a few days ago. Now, I know in my head when I need to do everything, but this is a good way to just, life's hectic. I got 3 kids, I got sports up the yin, karate left and right, work, and things get hectic. So it's once in a while you walk downstairs and you're checking out your fish, or you're doing whatever, and you just take a look at the board and be like, oh, well, it's time for a water change, or it's time for this, or it's time for that. So that's what I do to keep track of my dosing and everything, and I hope you guys I'm sure you guys have your own way, but I hope this helps you guys out, especially beginners if you're looking to have an easy way to take care of all your dosings and remember when you were doing stuff. And that's about all I got. This is Mike from Mass, and I got Floating Ludwigia. I'm out.